Hey, my name's Dave from Come Learn Something, and in this video I'm going to be giving you an introduction to the Objective-C programming language. We're going to give you some history of the language, where it came from, just very little bit of information, and then we're going to actually go into some really basic programming before we begin the playlist of tutorials on Objective-C. And we'll go in depth with programming later on in the playlist, but in this video it's just going to be basic. So first things first, Brad J. Cox designed the Objective-C language in the early 1980s. The language was based on a language called Smalltalk 80. Objective-C was layered on top of the C programming language, meaning that extensions were added to C to create a new programming language that enables objects to be created and manipulated. Now, some people think that objective-based programming is easier or even more advanced than procedural programming, and it's really just whatever your personal preferences are. I don't find that there's much of a difference. They're both, programming. Alright, so let's get into some actual programming stuff. First things first, you're going to need to download Objective-C for your Mac. Okay? Once you have Objective-C, open it up. You don't have to create a new project yet. You do have to create a new project. You're going to have to open up a new project. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is go to Application. Alright, it's under OS X, and we're going to be working with command line tools. So make sure you select that. And next. And I'm going to name mine Objective-C tutorials. Identifier, it's my website. Type foundation, and we'll use automatic reference counting. That just makes it easier. It takes care of memory management. Make sure you have it checked. Create. Alright, so we're in. We've opened up our program, we've opened up our new project, Objective-C tutorials, and now it's time to give you a little bit of insight into what this program is actually about. Okay, so here you have your build settings. For these tutorials, you're not going to need to worry about that. You won't need to worry about build phases or build rules. For these tutorials, we're mainly going to be working in the main.m. Your main file is what we're going to be using for this. And whoops, get rid of that. Alright then. So here we're going to get into some really basic programming. And just so you know, auto release bool, don't delete that, and don't delete the return 0, because those are all things that are used for memory management. And if you delete that, then you have to do it manually, and you got to put it in anyway. So just leave those. The program will take care of memory management for you on a large basis. You'll still have to do some things, but for the purposes of these tutorials, just leave everything you see in the main except for the initial startup code. So what we're going to do first, and this is again very basic, we're just going to type nslog. Okay? And now what nslog is, it's our way to print to the compiler so that we can actually tell the computer to display whatever we want it to display, really, in terms of characters. So let's say we wanted to display something like, I don't know, programming is awesome. You gotta follow that up with a semicolon. Okay, now look what we did here. We used an nslog, and that's our print function. Right, in Objective-C it's just called print, but not Objective-C. In C it's called print, but in Objective-C it's nslog. Make sure you have that @ symbol followed by quotation marks, and whatever you want to send to the compiler, you're going to put within these two quotation marks. See, I have programming is awesome. That will appear when we run the program. That'll appear down here. And make sure you end it with a semicolon. Okay. So now we are going to run, and we're going to see if this works. It's compiling. Build succeeded. Okay. That should be automatic. I don't know why it asked me for that. And there it is. Okay. Down here we have Objective-C tutorials. It's the name of our project. This is when we did it, the date. And programming is awesome. See, so we printed that to the compiler, and that's the print function for Objective-C. So, again, this is just a really basic introduction to the Objective-C programming language. If you want to learn more, keep watching the playlist. I'm going to have a lot more videos. We're going to go into in depth about a lot of stuff in Objective-C. By the end of the tutorials, you really should have a very good understanding of how to use the programming language. You know, what it's based on, how to use it. You know, really good stuff to know. So, you know, if you like the video, make sure you like it, subscribe, comment. If you have any questions, send me a message or leave a comment or email me, whatever. I'll help you. And thanks for watching.